Hey everybody, it's me Edward Jones back with a new video. No pass. I'm aware of I'm aware of a lot of things that have been going on with police uh, as far as the actions that have come off as being um, extreme, even basically falling in the lines of police brutality. And there are various instances of this happening in the past. Now, I understand this is thought that I was just doing my job. But you have to ask yourself, and um, not just those who put on a gun and a badge, but those who work in the in just administrative duties, or just just basic day-to-day bureaucratic work. You have to ask yourself, how much do I love my job that I'm actually willing to participate in some degree to a lot of negative things that are going on. Um, I'm pretty sure we're all aware of the Nuremberg trials where you had uh, war criminals put on trial, and a big focus were the ones from Germany, and they had the excuse they took part in those atrocities because they were just following orders. Well, I understand. And what I understand is a more modern version of it called the Yuppie Nuremberg defense. I have bills to pay, or I have a mortgage to pay. And I asked the question, how how much do you, like, how much evil are you willing to do to pay your bills? How much evil are you willing to participate in to pay off your mortgage? How flexible are you with your morals in order to get ahead in life, to get that promotion, or move higher up in some sort of ladder. And I can talk about corporate, but I'm gonna focus on government, because because their actions carry a lot more weight as far as what things they do and how they conduct themselves. I remember that I'm pretty sure we all remember that shooting that happened at LAX. I believe it was LAX, maybe a year or two ago, where you had a man he shot and killed a TSA worker. And and um, I don't condone those kind of actions. But if you work in an agency like that, especially with with the practices that it has and the type of press that it gets and how the public feels about it, yeah, I mean, don't I mean, it makes sense to ask yourself, how much do I really want to, do I really want to be doing this kind of stuff? And if someone lashes out in some form or fashion, can I really, consider myself blameless? I had a hand in this somehow. I may have just been the guy, walking people through metal detectors at the airport, or I may have been just a person, checking people for weapons. But should I really get mad when someone decided to take action against me because of the activities I'm participating in? I don't think you should be surprised. I think you should actually expect. I think it should be expected. You know, um, or if you work at ATF, or if you work for the EPA, or especially the DEA, or even if you're a local police officer and you work in a department that's known for conducting itself and I won't even use the term unprofessional. I would say in a corrupt manner. Best way for me to put it. If you work in an agency that's if you work in any agency that's known for corrupt behavior, and I don't mean corruption as in violating policy, but I mean corrupt behavior as in doing things that are immoral. Should you be surprised when people are upset with you when they find out what you do, or should you be confused when someone decides to take physical action against you, whether it be destruction of property or um, flat out killing? Should you be surprised at that? I remember there's a story a couple years ago. A guy crashed his plane into an IRS building. You know, and it's like I said, I don't think that was the right way to go. But come on, if you work for the IRS, isn't that something that it shouldn't strike you as a surprise. And if it doesn't strike you as a surprise, you should ask yourself, do I really want to forward this? Do I really want to hand in this kind of stuff? You know, um, if you work for, if you work in the DEA, do you really want to hand in the war on drugs? Do you really want to be associated with helping and perpetuating that disaster? If you work for ATF, do you really want to whether you're just someone who files or just keeps records? Do you really want to admit that you have it? Do you really want to admit that you take a hand in a lot of the shady stuff that goes on, or it's what it does in general? And do you think that you should get a pass because you were just a guy stuffing envelopes, or you were just a guy you know typing up letters, or processing machine the paperwork for acquiring a machine gun? You know, if should you do you think you should get a pass for that, for doing just menial things within this machine? Um, I think we all, and in whatever job that we have, especially those who work in government, you have to ask yourself, how much of this do I really want to be a part of? If you look at the impact that it has on other people's lives, do you want to really have a hand in that type of action? Or if you're questioned by, are you just going to tell people, well, it's just a job? I wasn't really, I didn't believe in that I didn't believe in those things. Or I would, I had bills to pay. I had responsibilities to take care of, and we all do. We all have responsibilities, but we have to ask ourselves, what are we not willing to do in order to meet our responsibilities? What are we not willing to do, or what shouldn't we do in order to make a buck? I think individuals and those who work in government agencies need to ask themselves they need to ask themselves that question. Whether it's local police, or uh, you know a social, I guess some type of social agency, like a health department maybe, or I guess they get called DSS, something like that. Social services. If you're working something at the state level or federal level, even, how much bad policy, um, or how bad does a policy have to be, or how bad does administration have to be before you start questioning, why are you here in the first place? You know, if you don't believe in it, then why take a hand in it? If you don't think it's something that's you don't think it's something that's worth your time, why make money off of it? But these are, and also, if someone questions you about the type of work you do you think you deserve a pass because you think your job was low level? You didn't take part in the raids, you didn't take part in the um, in making the warrants, you didn't take part in any of that kind of stuff, but you didn't take part in directly, but you still work for the same agency. So that's just some thoughts I've had. This is like something I have on my video list for some time, and I'm trying to figure out the right time to do the video. And so I figured this would be a good time to do it. But please, I'd like to hear your responses. If you work for a government agency, however big or small, do you ask yourselves these questions? Please make a video response. Please leave comments in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed my older videos, and anticipate new videos to come. Any gripes, complaints, please leave them in my inbox. If you feel like you need to unsubscribe, there's no harm in shooting me a PM as to what the reason was. But that's my video. No pass. I'm Edward Jones, and you have a blessed day.